If you really like working with children and family and solving problems, I think it's a really good profession to get into.
I did know through my high school studies that this was the field I wanted to go into, and so when I applied for university, this is my end goal. You've got your undergraduate degree first, so I did a Bachelor of Arts and majored in psychology and minored in sociology, and that really set the foundation for my postgrad studies. After that, I did a 2-year Masters in Educational Psychology.
I studied in Otago for 2 years with a Bachelor of Psychology, minor in Education, and then I did 1 year abroad in America, in the States, and they were really focused around child psychology, and I really enjoyed that line of work, so I went back to Victoria University and studied my Masters in Educational Psychology.
I started my Educational Psychology degree as a postgraduate program, and then after that as a Master's program.
The grades that we need are relatively high, so kind of a B+ to A- range. Certainly the higher you get, the more chance, I guess, you have of getting an interview and then onto the internship year. You also need a number of psychology courses to get into the Master's program as well, and then to go into the internship.
And the final year is the internship, which I'm currently doing. And that's very different again because you're in the job and it's practical, it's not too much theory and written work like my previous studies have been.
Last time when we talked, you briefly mentioned that there were some behaviours that were a bit concerning.
An important part of educational psychologists' work is to be able to work with the adults around the children to be agents of change in supporting the adults and supporting the child.
We work within an ecological framework, so we don't see child development in isolation. We know that their home life, their school life, their friends, their cultural identity, all of that contributes to their development. So when we're looking at how a problem might be impacting their learning, we take all of that into consideration and we get everybody's perspective and bring that lens to the problem and then work out how do we solve this to ensure that the child can access the curriculum.
I'm really happy that I chose educational psychology as a career. It certainly impacts on my life, but I still have so many opportunities to, engage in sports activities and play music, and I still keep my hobbies up. So it really gives me that work-life balance in terms of my Saturdays and Sundays are free, and I'm also able to play sports and keep up the things that I'm really enjoying.
It's more than a job, it is a dream job for me. That does sound a bit cheesy, but I love what I do every day. It's not hard to get out of bed and come to work.
I feel lucky. I feel very lucky to be amongst people who's been doing it for years and years and years and picking their brains every day, asking them, how did you do it? What do I have to do to be like you?